afternoon! Good afternoon! Good afternoon, everybody! I hope we're all doing very, very well. We're finally back! I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, obviously, I apologise there's been no streams over the last couple of days. I've not been feeling very well. So I was going to do this yesterday, and then, yeah, I just didn't feel that well. So ultimately thought I'd rather take an extra day off, make sure I was back, and it was well worth it, I think, because by yesterday evening, I was starting to feel a bit better. But I hope we're all doing very, very well. We've got TRB Emilio, we've got Dart, we've got Bradson, we've got Jay, we've got Musa, we've got Angry Mob, we've got La Hangman. Oh, we've already got our first kickbot as well. That's quite impressive. That kickbot is incredible. Yeah, well, I think we'll get that one blocked nice and quickly. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. Although I slept funny. I seem to have done something like in between my shoulder blades. So yeah, I don't know kind of how I managed that, but I've got a little bit of pain between my shoulder blades, but that should be fine. Nothing that 2 hours of trying to lumber a Saub around can't fix at the end of the day. Yeah, you still look terrible. Well, this was the thing. It must have been Sunday. So it must have been Saturday night. Obviously, I did CS. I had a shower. Because we finished fairly early, didn't we? We finished at like 8:15. I think I had a shower. Matt212 and I watched an episode of Breaking Bad. Got to about 9:30, and I went to bed. Slept through then till 8:30 the next morning. So I got nearly 11 hours worth of sleep. And Matt212, she was like, I love you, but even after 11 hours of sleep, I still look shattered. So I clearly wasn't very well. It just like common cold, headachy, didn't have any energy, anything like that. So it was fairly normal stuff. But yeah, so I started to feel a bit better Sunday night, felt a bit worse yesterday morning, but then this morning I basically feel back to normal. So yeah, happy with that. Hey, welcome in Ragebait, hope you're doing well, buddy. And Kirk, prediction on what team will win at Melbourne. I mean, Mercedes looked pretty good yesterday from oh, pedal cam's broken. No, pedal cam's fine. Thought pedal cam had broken already then. That would have been quite good. Yeah, exactly. Nothing that a Sauber car can't fix at the end of the day. Hey, welcome in, Paula. Hope you're doing well. I'm not going to the Australian Grand Prix. My parents are, though, because they're out in Australia at the moment, so they are going to the Grand Prix. So I'm going to have to get my dad to give me the down low on kind of what's going on. So yeah, that should be good fun. That should be good fun. Yeah, Ferrari and... I mean, it's going to be, generally speaking, I would have thought Ferrari will be pretty good, Red Bull will be pretty good, Mercedes will be pretty good, Audi potentially, Aston Martin potentially, but you're looking at those factory teams, aren't you, once again, should have the advantage when you go into a new cycle. That's kind of to be expected. Should I go to the Madrid race? Yeah, if it runs. We still don't know if it's actually going to run, do we? But I would always encourage, if you've got like a local Grand Prix, go support it. Go show up. I have not played much LMU. Cam and I are looking at potentially doing an endurance race on it this weekend, but I don't think timings are going to work out. But we'll have to have a look. Hey, welcome in, Max Lex. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So, chat as well, before I forget. We're less than... I think we're like 25 followers away from 10k on like the really popular purple live streaming platform. So please, if you aren't already, drop me a follow over there. Matt212 would be greatly appreciated. And I'm hoping we can try and hit that today. But we'll wait and see. Apparently the F1 26 add-on might come out at the end of April, but we've still had nothing confirmed just yet. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, I don't blame you on that one, Kirk. I would say go Kota instead. Or Montreal. Food for thought. You got a few options, haven't you? Or Mexico. Although Mexico, I think Mexico isn't particularly... It's not well protected like the grandstands and stuff, from what I've seen. Yeah, 5 hours away is local enough. I mean, Silverstone, to get there for the Grand Prix, normally takes like 2.5 hours for me. But like going for like a random normal event doesn't take that long. Right. I've got no races planned this year, I don't believe. Although Matt212 now is talking about potentially going to MotoGP. at Silverstone. She wants to do that, I think. So maybe this is the year I finally get properly into MotoGP. Because she's given me the go-ahead on that one. Yeah, Imola, I went to Imola once, and I'm pretty certain I got trench foot off the bottom. It was so wet all weekend. It was not ideal. Hey, welcome in, Matt. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, let's run the intro chat so I don't forget. Otherwise I'll end up messing that up, and then we won't have an intro for the video. Even though, like, I'm pretty certain we're about halfway through season 1 when it comes to the videos. So maybe, well, I mean, I send them out to Roll to do them, so I need to pull my finger out and get more VODs sent over to him as well. Right, are we good to go then? Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to round 3 of season 2 of the F125 Nico Hülkenberg career mode. Yes, we return this weekend back in Japan, of course, at the iconic Suzuka circuit. If you missed out on the video that went live a few days ago from Shanghai, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. It delivered an absolute barnstormer of a weekend. For some reason, Shanghai on F125 seems to be goated now, for whatever reason, so yeah, go back, check it out. But we did finally get our first points of the year on the board as well. Max Verstappen leading the way, 9 points clear of Lando Norris. Lewis Hamilton in P3 ahead of myself and George Russell. So 5 drivers from 5 different teams inside the top 5. And if Albon could outscore Charles Leclerc by 3 points this weekend, it could be 6 for 6. Which would be rather impressive as well. Constructors-wise, Red Bull lead McLaren by 3 points. Ferrari only 1 more point further back. We are just 1 point behind Mercedes, so early season pace still seems to be pretty good. That being said, though, Suzuka is arguably one of the toughest tracks to go up against the AI in F125, and I'm not convinced it's going to suit this Sauber car either. Of course, if you're new, make sure you leave a sub, drop me a follow on Twitch as well. We're trying to, well, hopefully by the time this video goes live, we'll have hit 10k over there. Maybe we're aiming for 20k this year. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, without further ado, let's return then here to Suzuka. Wonderful. We got that one in. Jared, thank you for the follow, buddy. And Dart with the bits as well. How many R&D have I got, actually? I need to do... Oh, I've got quite a few. We'll get all of those sorted as well. Average corner speed, that should be fine. 4 purple sectors, we might do that. Yeah, I guess we'll try all those. Sure, we'll lift and coast for 35 seconds. So, can I do any more upgrades, or are we waiting for one to complete? I think we're waiting on one to complete, aren't we? Yes, can't afford that. We probably need to prioritize chassis.
Right, I'm afraid to say that we've had a major issue on the production line earlier this week.
Love that, thank you, team.
Development package for the weekend has failed. Any
first failed upgrade of the day.
From the R&D screen.
Solo, thank you for the follow as well, mate. I hope you're doing well. Come on, get one on. There we go. Right, we've got a couple of upgrades. That's fine. So, can I afford any more ready for next time out? Yes. Yes, I can. We'll do another aero then, I guess. Aero and chassis are the big ones on this car. Everything else is alright. Well, I say that. It's just engine and durability. But obviously, where it's got a Ferrari engine, it's pretty good. Pretty good in the straight line. Are we good to go then, chat? I think we're good to go. Yeah, we don't have to do any durability upgrades this season. 16, 6, 3 and 1. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Am I close to any accolades as well? I need 11 more podiums. I need 23 more top 10s. Championship points, 124 points. We should get that this season. I hope we get that this season. We did better than that last season. So we'll keep our eyes and our ears out. Yeah, George Russell, they really are hyping up heading into this season, aren't they? I think, you know, he seems quietly confident as well. So we'll wait and see what George can do. It'll be interesting more when we kind of get into regular testing. Dry! Dry once again. I mean, FP2 and FP3 are completely irrelevant. But it's a dry Grand Prix. I love that. Thank you. Just to ease us back into the streams. That's a good way to go.
Konnichiwa.
Merc
and
downfall
welcome
will be
to a
epic when
track
the engine
loved
turns out to
by
be
the
unreliable.
drivers and fans
When was the
alike.
last
A place
time
where so many champions have been
Mercedes
found.
had a
Let's get
bad
practice started
engine in
then
terms
here
of
in Japan.
reliability? It must have been the last V10 or the first V8 back with McLaren in like 0506. Oliver, thank you for the follow, buddy.
Let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
We got P2 last time out, didn't we? In the end. Yeah, I got 8th in the sprint. Or like 6th in the sprint, sorry. And then we, yeah, did well in the Grand Prix. Because it was, once again, chaos.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
So, because we got a Ferrari engine, I'm going to run ever so slightly more wing than I might normally consider. Just because, obviously, again, we've kind of got to play into the raw power that we have. And obviously try and have a bit more handling through the corners. That's one of the big goals. 2013, the Mercedes engine wasn't that unreliable, was it? That was the last year of the V8s. Their tyre wear was terrible. But I don't think the engine was bad, was it? Like, Mercedes generally have done pretty well with their building their Formula 1 engines. That's a good way to start, chat. Oops. Hey, welcome in, Trey. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I have too many setups on this game. I've got all of the original V1 ones. Obviously, I'm going through and updating all of our normal F125 setups to V2. I've got wet setups, and I've got Formula 2 setups. So, there are quite a lot on this game. But generally, the V1 setups are a bit more downforce and career mode orientated. So, obviously, I can go back to a V1 setup if I want to as well. But you get, like, I don't know if it's the same on console. I feel like on console, you're quite limited. But on PC, you can save, like, hundreds of setups. I think I've got about 100. Just under... Oh, hello. A little bit slidey. But, of course, all my setups, Matt212 setups on YouTube. If you want to access them. They're free to anybody that just wants them. When did Mercedes have an engine deal? Oh, I suppose Kimi did a couple of times, didn't he? Yeah, maybe. I don't know whether I'd still count that as particularly bad reliability. The Audi livery that I'm running is a mod. Oh no, we got another Kickbot chat. Maybe I should just stop streaming on Kick at some point. Alright, we'll try and go again. See if we can get a bit of a better lap in. The update for F125 to make it F126 is not out still. It won't be out for at least a couple more months. They will wait until we've got like a real idea of car performance and everything. I'm hoping they fix the 110 AI as well. I hope they're a bit more competitive. But honestly, I'm not expecting much. Like, I think coders are going to make it basically a reskin. There might be a couple of other little bits and pieces, but I think it's basically just going to be a reskin. It wouldn't even surprise me if you can do 24 car My Team. Because that would be quite sick. Yeah, it's not a bot, it's just Bradson. Remember when people were like, oh, Kick's going to be the future of streaming? And don't they still use Amazon's servers? Which obviously Amazon owns Twitch. Oh, thank you, Callum. Callum on Kick is much nicer than the Callum I'm normally used to seeing on Twitch. Right, come on. Nice and easy. Right, that should be a nice purple score. Get us kick-started. Wonderful. That's what I like to see.
Complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with
I have done a My Team on F125.
I can take you through the numbers.
I did. It was on the main Matt212 channel. It did really badly. There's just been no interest for My Team on F125. Although what I might do is a streamed one at some point. Because I feel like that might do a bit better if I do it as like a fantasy F1 team. I've and ahed doing like a Porsche one at some point. I feel like that could be quite cool. Like when the 26 DLC comes out, if we can run a 12 team, I could become like Porsche that uses Audi engines or something. I feel like that would be quite good fun. Just do something a little bit different with it. Therefore, we'd have Mercedes, Audi, and Porsche on the grid, which would be quite cool. But as always, I've got so many ideas for stuff I'd love to do. A Peugeot career mode. Bring back the old Alpine engines, despite the fact they'll be illegal. Trying to think of like other ones you could do. Like I know I've seen other people do like Lotus and Caterham and all that kind of thing. But I don't even know what I'm going to do with like the driver career mode on Matt212 gameplay either. Because it might end up being that I do like a driver career mode on the main channel. And then kind of just do streams on Matt212 gameplay. I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, you could do like Benetton or Jordan, couldn't you, I suppose? There's quite a lot of options. The world chat, as always, is our oyster. Porsche Martini. Chef's kiss. I did a Lancia Martini career mode once. That was really good fun. The livery was so sick. That's probably the favourite, because there was a guy I knew that did like modded liveries for F1. So he made me that one personally, and it was so cool. So cool. Maybe what I'll have to do is get like a mod one and like hopefully get like my Twitch over the Halo or something. That could be quite fun. No, you can get free ones off overtake.gg. That's where I got this Audi livery. It's not like a personal one or anything like that. It's publicly accessible. But yeah, overtake.gg is generally the best and safest place to download mods for F1. Ugh. Yeah, Carl's definitely still a little bit slidey through the S's, but that's fine. Pug Love Barney, thank you for the follow. And F1 Now? Sorry, I'm probably butchering your name. But welcome to the stream. Self-promo F1 team. Exactly. Slap Matt, like, I'll put my face on it. I'll have, like, the most cursed F1 car of all time. We'll have, like, oh no. We'll have, like, Dreads 212 on the Halo and stuff. Be awful. John Deere. Didn't Yarno do that? I feel like Yarno's done that. He does, like, John Deere F1 team every year or something. If the stream is laggy on YouTube, refresh the page. Alt F5. Although I am still uploading some footage in the background, so that might not be helping. Ugh. Right, there we go. That's 2 laps down. Oh, F finale is such. Sorry. F1 gnarly. I'm the worst streamer when it comes to names. This is kind of what you got to understand. I will butcher most people's names by accident. Ugh. So, chat, I was thinking about it a few days ago, and I was umming and ahhing about it in my head. And we might not need to anyway. Oh, that's annoying. If I were to go back to trying to do, like, for example, I wouldn't do it on sprint weekends. But if I was to go back to doing, like, 2 races a stream at some point, I'd probably have to start the stream a little bit earlier, like 12:30, just to make sure that we'd have enough time to obviously get through it. Would that be something you guys would be down for? If, like, I can get enough work done in the morning beforehand. Like, start the stream half hour early. My reading comprehension isn't as good as a 12-year-old's. I am trying to also drive at the same time. Like, what 10-year-old can drive? Legally. I use Adobe Premiere. I've used Premiere now for so many years, I could not go to anything else. I've tried to use Vegas or DaVinci and I just cannot get used to it. Plus, the way I've got my PC set up is that they all talk to each other and I've got like macros and things. So I've basically got all of my workflow set up around Premiere now. It's basically just how I do everything. Valdemar as well. Sorry I missed that one. Thank you for the follow. What do I think is the best livery so far 2026? Probably I still think Haas. Although the McLaren testing livery does look quite cool. The only weird one is the Haas, is I don't know why they've got George Russell's initials on it. I could do, yeah, maybe I'll do a BMW career mode. I try and get the car to be like the same Valencia orange as my car. My seat is a GT style seat, not Formula. If it was Formula, you'd see my feet up here. And I'd be crying in pain because my back. But my favourite driver is Lewis Hamilton. The GOAT. Actually, I still believe Senna's the quickest ever driver behind the wheel of a Formula 1 car. Right, anyway. Let's try and get this final practice program done and dusted then. Get this wrapped up nice and quickly. And then obviously we can get on with qualifying. If I were to go back to 2 races stream as well, chat, I would probably do single session qualifying. Just to obviously try and cut down a little bit of time. Because ultimately when I do like 1 stream, it's nice, nice to obviously do the full qualifying because you do get a bit more spice. But obviously, well, if I were to do 2, then it would be a little bit more tight for time. Yeah, we're really trying to hang on to this car through those S's, it would appear. But slippery can be fast. So we've got to take what we can. Full race weekend, yep, so obviously we'll have all 3 stages of qualifying, then a 100% race coming up. Although Suzuka's not the longest race in the world, is it? It's a weirdly fast track, this. I never really think it is. But it is quite a quick Grand Prix on F1 25. Bit of a hop, skip and a jump through the Casio triangle. Shortest run back to the line. Oh, I used all my battery. There you go. We'll settle for a green score.
Complete.
That's all right.
Some decent data, although far from optimal, and it could still be worth running it again.
There we go, chat. We'll take that. We'll take that quite happily. Have I got any tips to stay calm in the situation if you've got some exam results? What you've got to remember is it's already done now. What happens, happens. You can't change anything now. So my key was always that as soon as it was over, I didn't do that well in my exams at the end of secondary school, chat. I'm going to make that clear now. So my whole mantra after that was, it's over. I can't change anything about it. Why would I think about it until, like, the day I get the results back? Then I panicked when I did really badly. That was always my my mantra at secondary school. Maybe it didn't serve me too well at the time, because I didn't do that well in my GCSEs, but ultimately now, I'm here on a Tuesday, playing F1 for a living, talking over pretend race cars. I like to think my life didn't turn out too badly. And chat, even better than that, I got great news this morning. I'm getting a tax refund, which is the most boring old man thing I've ever said, but I am incredibly happy about it. So I'm going to go wild in the aisles. Right, are we ready for qualifying? I think we're ready for qualifying. Oh yeah, I forgot Stroll's in the Red Bull, man. Oh, man. How difficult is it to make a living from this type of career? I would say in the sim racing space now, I was lucky that I got in when I did. Because there's a lot more audience for it now. But there's a lot of people trying to do it. I'm a little bit lucky in the fact that obviously I'm a little bit niche. In the fact that I talk as I drive. Not many people do that. But it is quite a tough area to break into nowadays, I would argue. But it does also mean, of course, on the other hand, if you can break in and do well, there's a lot more eyes on it than there used to be.
What an incredible
but not as many eyes as there were
but
sort of
the
during
fun doesn't
COVID.
Stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Yeah, I've seen Sargent go to Red Bull and say, Red Bull just picks some horrendous second drivers to go alongside Max. Although, if you watch the first race of the driver career mode, Season 5, you'll know that Max left Red Bull to go to VCarb, which is quite funny. He basically got promoted and relegated at the same time. Is the stream still lagging on short format? I'm sorry, YouTube. Come over to Twitch if it's lagging. I think it's fine there. I'll take a wonder lap. But I still had a crash with Scotty.
A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has
Yeah, I think
seen
it's just
plenty of
YouTube short
sensational
format.
laps over the
I don't know
years.
why.
Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But
Yeah,
whose
normal
will
on
it be
YouTube is
today?
fine. I don't know why, yeah, it's just YouTube. YouTube, for some reason, they did this on Saturday as well. They completely broke their streaming. Although Google ran into loads of problems.
Okay, radio
Right.
check, radio check.
I was staggered by it, because I didn't think about it in round 1. Now, I don't know how much, because obviously, again, I don't know too much, and I don't know the inner workings. I don't think Kai signed back up again. I honestly don't know, but I don't think he signed back up again, because I feel like if he had, he probably would have got him. Jake, I feel, is a lot more controversial, because obviously he hasn't been given a chance to defend his championship. But he also was having loads of internet issues, so couldn't stream the races. Doesn't make YouTube videos or anything else. So I understand from Creator Series' point of view, of course, it was kind of like, we've got a guy in now who does really well, who's making zero content from what is a content league at the end of the day. I was worried, like, I didn't know, for example, that I was going to get another seat this season. Like, nobody knows before you go in. Like, unless you're like Ben or, you know, someone like that, Ben or Gillen, who obviously is absolutely huge in CS, then you know pretty much if you didn't get a spot, you could kick up a stink and definitely get in. But yeah, I don't know, you'd have to ask Kai. I honestly don't think he re-signed up. I could be wrong, but I don't think he re-signed up. Jake, though, like I said, I think it was because he hasn't streamed in ages. I think he's hoping to kind of get back in part-time this season, because I believe he's getting new internet. But yeah, obviously he couldn't, I think they kind of said it. I think they kind of said to Kai, sorry, they said to Jake even, I think it was like, once you've got the internet sorted and you start streaming again, you'll be let back in. But at the moment, you're not making any content. And it's got to be a two-way street. How much longer? Let me just double check. Oh no, it's changeable conditions for quali. Oh no. How much longer is that hotspot though? Because I might just do that afterwards. How long does it stay? Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on with YouTube short format. It's very, very funky. GB quit. Oh, he didn't quit. I think he just got a bit bored with it. I think what you find as well is you kind of get, like, GB. He is one of the guys in there that is naturally rapid. Like, he is just a phenomenally quick driver. But he also doesn't want to sweat it. And obviously you do get a lot of people in there that are really try-harding it. Especially this season now they've leaked the whole... Well, not leaked, but the whole calendar was announced early. Which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, GB got his channel banned on YouTube. Or he didn't,
Okay,
it's got
we've
banned.
dropped into P14
Or I think
now.
it got hacked even. But then YouTube did reverse that. But I'm pretty certain, yeah, he just didn't want to have to worry about CS each week. But obviously, GB also isn't a full-time content creator. He does it for fun. And I think, obviously, he was in the wonderful position of it wasn't fun for him. Therefore, he doesn't have to do it. So far for CS this season, I have done 0 laps of practice. I just go into the weekend. I will hopefully do some this weekend, but not loads. always my point as well is, like, unless I absolutely try-harded, I'm not going to be right at the very front anyway. And the last thing I want to do is put, like, 8 hours of practice in, when I could be working on other projects, and then get taken out or something like that. So I will put a bit of practice in. Like I said, I was going to put some practice in last weekend, I just didn't feel well. But I'm never going to be someone that's going to put loads of practice in. Because I just have not got the desire. I can't remember. Where are we in CS this weekend? I think it's Hungary, but I could be wrong. Which, Hungary on paper could suit us quite nicely, because I seem to do better at the high downforce circuits. But I do hate the Hungaroring with a passion. Arguably my least favourite track on the F1 calendar. Right, anyway, chat. First qualifying lap then. I've kind of just been yakking about random stuff. Out of the final corner, it is going to be 29.1, puts us P9. That should hopefully see us into Q2, because I think the track's conditions are just meant to get worse and worse. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube short format. It's absolutely fine on my end. I can try one more thing. Give me 1 second. I'll try one more thing. Where's the next one? Oh, I broke it. Oh no, chat, I broke it properly. Give me 1 second. Oh. My PC seems to be struggling, chat. I don't know what it's done. Even Task Manager isn't working. Right, we'll go like that. Right, hopefully the short format stream is back working now. Hopefully it's as it should be. Yeah, when did Drive to Survive back? Right, is the YouTube short format stream working again? I don't know why it broke. It must have just been bandwidth limitation. I need to upgrade, chat. I want to get oh, excuse me. There we go. I think we're. Are we back? Can I see myself moving? Oh, there we go. I think we're good. Wonderful. Yeah, I think it was just bandwidth. Can you hear me? Am I here? Hello? Am I working? Is everything working? I think everything's working. Right, we're fine. I've wasted so much time in Q1, but I think we should be safely through. We're too close to the drop zone there, actually. Where's Big G's last? What's he doing? Wonderful. We are at Suzuka, yes. Right, I'll go out for one last ditch run then on the soft. Oh yeah, don't do a Carl Larson. I don't get why you would say that word anyway.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
In what world did he think that was ever going to be a good idea? I waited actually this morning. I waited till about 11:15 to walk dog 212 because it was meant to stop raining, and it was genuinely wonderful. It was a nice still morning. No rain at all. It was very, very boggy and muddy. But that's to be expected in January. So yeah, it was a very nice walk in the end. And she was pretty good. She met a golden Labrador who really wanted to play. Which she was good with, bless her. And then I saw... Actually, this was yesterday, chat. Because I still wasn't feeling that well. So I walked her in the morning quite early before I did any work. And as I was walking back in towards our estate, an old lady came round the corner with a little chihuahua who immediately spotted Daisy. Now, this chihuahua was on like a retractable lead, so it absolutely bolted towards us. It was still quite far away. Obviously giving it all that, as chihuahuas do. And rather than just like bringing this dog back in, the lady just started like grabbing its lead more and more as it kept running towards us.
Rain in about 10 to 15
and she was just going like, "Oh, come back here, come here, come back here," like not telling it or anything. As this chihuahua was just going. I was kind of there going like, if it ever, like, they won't do anything, will they? But I was like, if it ever tried to do anything, A, I'd hope my dog would just sit on it, or B, like, you're just kind of there going, it's a lot of big talk from a dog that I could drop kick. Just like, learn how to control your animal. Ugh. Are we gonna make Q2, chat? Or have I messed myself up here? Telling too many stories. I think we're out. Oh no. 16th. Oh, no. All because I'm too busy telling a story about a dog. Oops. Oh no, chat. That's bad. Oh, what are we out by? It's been less than a tenth, isn't it? I think. Yeah, look at that, a tenth of a second. Damn it. Damn it. So both Saubers, Sainz, Ocon and Lawson out in Q1. Oh, chat. To be fair, I don't think there was a lot more time. I mean, I could have found Q2. But I don't think we were going to find way more time there. Alonso makes it into Q2 for the first time, though, this season. So fair play to him. Piastri fastest ahead of Verstappen, Russell, Antonelli. I guess, actually, yeah, with changeable conditions, the world could have been our oyster there. But, yeah, I'm definitely still ill, chat. I'm definitely still ill. We're gonna put that behind us. I don't know if I made Q2 last season here, actually. Maybe I just suck at Suzuka. SD Bestie's always out. Yeah, easy top 3. Easy top 3. 16th?! That is so funny. That might be, like, the most iconic F1 game clip. Either that, I'm going down the inside of a championship rival Jam Pancakes. Maybe one of, like, Matty G's in F1 YouTuber Championship. Gotta be right up there as well. I think the nonce might have quit, chat. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think he might have given up on YouTube. Yeah, I just suck at this game. Can I do any more upgrades? Oh, so close. Don't really want to do any more durability upgrades. Right. I think we'll load into the race then, chat. I'm gonna go get another drink. Got to obviously keep the voice box flowing. So I'll be back in just a moment. Yeah, Matt drop kicks dogs and gets knocked out in Q1. Arav is, yeah, the biggest F1 YouTube, like F1 game content creator. By quite some margin now, I think. He's got over 100k more than Ben.
Suzuka in the springtime where the cherry blossom is in full bloom. But who's blooming out on our track and who's flourishing on this wonderful day at this magnificent track? Welcome along to Suzuka and the Japanese Grand Prix. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane.
I reckon that would
With
work,
the race
that.
not
I reckon
far
that would
away
work.
from starting, here's what today's grid rundown
Yeah, we got
looks like.
P7 in last year's Japanese Grand Prix, didn't we?
Lando
So
Norris will
hopefully,
lead us away
we're going to have to do a bit of a
from
climb
pole
through the order
position,
today,
easing
but
out
I
Max
reckon we can do that
Verstappen,
again.
who'll start from P2 as we continue through the
I made a
rest of
bet
the
with
grid
my
today,
friend that if
we
Matt
have
DNFs, I get
Leclerc,
$200.
Piastri,
Good luck with that.
Alex Albon, and Russell.
Hey, I'm happy to hear it, Dennis. I've got Canada, I think, coming out later on
Antonelli
today, I
and
want to say.
Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Behrman,
But
Isaac
I
Hackett,
enjoy doing this set of
and
videos.
Colapinto,
They're good
Stewart,
fun.
Hulkenberg,
Oh, look, chat, we actually ended up with the fastest qualifying
Gabriel
time.
Bortoleto,
Let's
Ocon,
just appreciate that.
and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me in the
We did,
commentary
yeah, we
box,
went
my old
7th to
friend,
7th,
Anthony
didn't we, last
Davis at
season?
glorious
Maybe I'll go
Suzuka.
16th
It's
to
a bit
16th
like
this time. Okay, Crofty doesn't get a word in.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, mate. Mark here. Quick radio check. Radio check. Right.
What's he
we're
whittling
hoping
on
for
about?
Another strong podium this weekend, so go get out there and get us a result.
This game just makes stuff up as it goes along. IB, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. How far are we away, chat? What are we on Twitch? We've got to be really close. Good heavens. Why on earth would I want to do a two-stop? This is one of the easier one-stops in this game. Wait, I've got 2 sets of mediums? Okay. Yeah, DNF on the cards, probably. Probably. Chat! If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on TikTok, if you're watching this anywhere, or even if you're watching this on Twitch, and you're not already, we are 13 followers away from 10,000 on Twitch. Matt212, please drop us a follow. Get us to that 10k. Because I'd be very, very happy. I'd be a very, very happy man. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Haz, thank you for the follow, buddy. Does that mean we're 12 to go? I reckon hopefully we'll get there today. We with a bit of luck. With a bit of luck. Mr. HB. Big Rick, thank you for the follows. Hyperona, thank you for the follow. Over on Twitch, Donovan. Game Destroyer, thank you for the follow. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna, if we can get to 10k before we start, and then I'll spin. Snapdragon, thank you, thank you. Accuse, thank you. Peak Burrito. King on the track. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jamie Richardson, 96. Come on. I'm probably reading them out before they're showing up on stream. 4 more. It's all we need. maybe we'll have to do it during the race. I think when we got to the last one, I think we did it on track, didn't we? I want to say. Yeah, no socks. 10k. I need a little bit more fuel, don't I? Ian, thank you for the follow. Is that 3 to go? I'm sure then as soon as we get there, like, people are going to mass unfollow. Or something like that. JWW95, thank you for the follow. Come on, let's do it. Let's try and start the race with 10k. By the time I'm down at turn 1, we'll have lost it. Where's the live count? I did have a live count somewhere. Don't know where it's gone now. I'm not doing a 3-stop. I'm not doing a 3-stop strategy. FIFA pack opener 21. Thank you for the follow. Come on, update live follow account. If I just quickly do that. Where is it? Cameron. Oh, you can't even see it very well. 9,990. 10,000. Yes. Oh, thank you, chat. Golden Mayor. The 10,000th one. Thank you. Oh, chat, I love you. You're all absolutely incredible. Thank you, everybody. Smurf with 20 gifted as well. Thank you, buddy. I thought we might do it at the end of last year. I didn't quite manage it. 10,000 followers on Twitch. That's not bad. Considering we only started live streaming properly in the second half of last year. To all the mods as well, for all the continued support and all the help. It doesn't go unappreciated. I cannot thank you guys enough. Should we go out and win this one now, chat? Should we get on with it? Yeah, please don't unfollow. Right, let's do this thing. Come on then. We've got 10k followers. We can do anything now. 5 red lights are coming on then for the Japanese Grand Prix. Lights out. Oh, and away we go. Oh, very, very wheel spinny getaway. Please don't lose my wing by the time I get into turn 1. Ugh. Sainz already trying to cover us off. Well, I'm getting... Oh my... Why is everybody gone off the track? What on earth is happening there through turn 1? I think... Did we make contact with Bortoletto? I got no idea. Oh, I just don't want to lose my wing early on. Come on. Let's try and gain some places. Whoa. Well, as starts go, that we could have done better. But Suzuka's difficult to gain places. Especially against the AI. Whoa. Agile there, trying to thread in. Hey, thank you for the 199 as well, Ryan. What changes would I like to see in my team? It just needs more balancing, is the big one. I actually think a lot of features in the game are quite good, but it's just the balancing aspect. There's not enough variety. Everybody basically follows the same kind of timeline. Unless you kind of put, like, your own manual override challenges in. Like, you limit yourself to how many upgrades you can do. Things like that. Thank you for the community gifted as well, Paula. I appreciate it. And the bits. Thank you, everybody. Like, how many more videos are going to go live where I'm asking for 10,000 followers and we'll have got there? That's going to be... There's going to be videos for like the next 3 months. And we'll still be... still be saying, help us get to 10k. People will look. And we'll have, hopefully, still have 10,000. Is this the 10,000 follower hotline? I can hear Zach Brown saying that. If Lando Norris ever comes back to Twitch. Sunglasses now. Oh no. That would be bad. Oh, chat. You guys are too kind. I know I do say it from time to time as well, but
right, we need to get
just
past here.
generally speaking, the fact you guys allow me to be able to do this full time is nothing short of crazy. And it's always like when you get to a milestone or something like that, you try to imagine like 10,000 people in a room or 100,000 people in a room like on YouTube. Things like that. It absolutely blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Oh no. Also blows my mind how easily I can make mistakes.
Let's use overtake and
this is Zach from McLaren. This is the 10,000 subs hotline. Oh man. Thank you, everybody. Really can't pinpoint my accent. It is just quite stereotypical West Country. Yeah, I think Big G crashed into the side of me down at turn 1. I think that's where Big G's struggling. Whoa. I think Doohan's gone off at turn 1 every single lap so far. He's still trying to keep the DRS open. Just like he did IRL. Oh, chat. I can't believe that. We've been pushing for 10k for so long. It seemed like last year it was kind of like, oh, I'd love to try and get there at some point. See if we could try and kind of make it to that level.
Yellow flag.
Oh, we got yellows. Oh, is that an engine failure already? It is. One of the Williams. That must be Albon. Alexander Albon out of the Grand Prix as I'm going to try and accidentally overtake his teammate.
Albon for you. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Oh, come on, Sykes. Have the spot back.
That move was illegal, I'm afraid, mate.
Damn
Return
it.
the position. Give it back.
There we go. Can I get Sykes into spoon? There we go. Wonderful. There is a big G and there is a little G. I don't know who little G is yet, though. Haven't quite decided. Yeah, Max has gone already up in front of the order. I'm kind of not really focusing on this race so far. Yeah, did we know whilst we're chatting about all this, that, and the other, we've actually got a Formula 1 Grand Prix going on in the background? I sure forgot. Yeah, I'll start setting up loads of Twitch channels. Do people set up, like, more than one Twitch channel? Like, it's very common on YouTube, like, not to my level, but... Like, do people set up more than one Twitch very often? Why bad qualifying? Because I'm in a Sauber. Sometimes it just sucks. Plus, I was telling stories about the Chihuahua. Yeah, I'll go into just chatting now. I can become like a React streamer now. I do a lot of iRacing. I really enjoy iRacing. It's a very different experience to the F1 games. Thank you for another £1.99 though, Ryan. I do appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I do yap too much. But that's part about what, you know, making content is, isn't it? Ugh. Please, DNF. Yeah, today I'm going to be reacting to bad F1 streamers. Just me. It could be that Mustafa compilation that you did. I do a little bit of a set of Corsa from time to time. My main ones at the moment are F1 25, understandably. NASCAR 25, I do enjoy that game. Oh, hello. And iRacing. Those are like my big 3 games at the moment that I play. And now I guess F1 2010. FY, another video from F1 2010 dropping this afternoon.
Just focus on the driving.
The method of the battery usage on this game is just to try and save it until you get to a straight. It's so OP overtake mode on this game. I am very much not an EA shill. I am more than happy to call out this game for its shortcomings, which there are a lot of. And NASCAR 25 and iRacing aren't made by EA. Oh, here we go. It will be interesting to see what strat the AI did. There we go. We'll get around the sights though, nice and early on. That's one Spaniard. Do you guys find as well in your career modes that the Spaniards are like magnetic to each other? Like they can run P2 and P3 or P16 and P17. They're just always right next to each other. So I'm going to try and make sure that I don't stay in the Spanish sandwich for all too long. I'm going to run through 130R. And another one navigated. Not sure what Alonso's game plan is on the hards, but each their own, I guess.
Gap to your teammate behind, 25.0 seconds.
Matt212 Retro. I mean, my channel catalogue is, well, fairly simple, chat. Matt212, kind of my main normal F1 content. Matt212 gameplay, most of my F1 live streams, and some kind of smaller career modes. Matt212 setups, F1 25 setups, clues in the name. Matt212 Retro is now going to be like the F1 2010 career mode and any other kind of classic F1 content that I want to make. Then you've got Matt212 Rally, which is rally content. Matt212 iRacing, which is iRacing content. Matt212 Oval Racing, which is mainly NASCAR 25. But we'll also do some more iRacing Oval stuff. Matt212 Plays is just general random games. Matt212 Motorsport is like IRL motorsport conversations. That's mainly just kind of short format, random little bits and pieces that I like to do. And then I guess you've got clips and VODs, which again are clips and VODs. So I'm thinking when the F1 26 DLC comes out, what I might try and do is a Leonardo Fornaroli's Road to F1. So I'll do like a full season of F2. If I win that, I'll try and move up to Alpine and see if I can bring them a title. That's what I'm thinking.
Gaining on the car in front. Try to keep up this momentum.
Do all of them on one channel. That would be YouTube suicide. And I'm not even joking when I say it. What people don't realise nowadays is YouTube actively discourages making different content like that. People that subscribe to an F1 channel want to watch F1. They don't want to watch other stuff. So, although it's as crazy as it sounds, you're actually better off splitting up your work more. I know it seems really stupid on paper, but it does generally... Like, for example, the best example I can give of that more recently is Matt212 iRacing. I used to upload that on what is now my Setups channel, and videos would get like 2, maybe 300 views. I set up the iRacing channel 6 months ago, and now reliably most videos on it, bearing in mind it's got a third of the subscribers that the old channel had, a third of the subscribers gets normally at least twice the views. Make it make sense. That's just how YouTube works. It's hilariously stupid, I completely agree with you, but it is the best way to go about things nowadays. It sounds insane, but it's true. Ugh. That's annoying. That's probably for this. Yeah, we might be alright from doing actually. Albon had a mechanical failure very early on. Ugh. Oh, I was not expecting Doohan to commit to that. I thought he'd back out on the way in. Right, we got a bit of clear air then. Behrman and I now are about 4 seconds behind Colapinto, who's having a pretty good race in his Aston Martin so far. I have no idea when F1 Championship Edition is going to come back. I'm sure it will at some point, but I don't know when. I want to play some different older F1 games now. I hadn't got fed up of F1 CE, but it was like obviously trying to set it up. Obviously, I couldn't use this wheel for it and everything like that. Hopefully, you know, down the line, if I've got a bit more space and I can set up like a dedicated rig for it, then it would definitely come back. That is an awful joke, James. Absolutely awful. I think we've got decent speed though early on though, chat. Like we've taken what, 3/4 of a second out of Colapinto this lap. Medium tyres feel pretty good. So hopefully we should be alright. Yeah, like I've said before, my hope is that I would never stop making YouTube videos until I have won a championship on F1 CE. That is my promise to you. Either something has happened to me, or I'm still making videos and trying to win that F1 CE series. I will not quit as a content creator until I've won a championship on that game.
Ocon's behind you.
I wouldn't quite call it my life's work, but it is my destiny. Hopefully, at some point. Oh yeah, I forgot race labs, didn't I? Sorry, chat. I did have it. I used it this morning. I don't know where it went. Because I thought this morning when I used it, I was like, oh, I'll leave that up ready for later on. How weird. It should fire up. There you go. Yeah, I'm retiring from YouTube. This is the thing though, like, even if I couldn't do content creation full-time anymore, I think I would still stream and do a few videos and things like that. Like, I know it's always the interesting thing, and hopefully it's not something I ever have to really think about. But what will I do after this? Like, let's say, for example, as a hypothetical, I'm able to do this for another 10 years. As a complete example, I don't know. So I'd then be in my mid-30s. If someone's hiring me, it will look like haven't worked kind of a normal job from the age of 22 to 36. Would someone then hire me? I don't know.
To the car behind.
Yeah, I'd have to film so many different I'm quitting videos. Like, what will I do after content creation? Like, or will I be very, very lucky and in a position where I can basically just do this for as long as I want to, and then don't have to worry anymore? Who knows? I have many, many YouTube channels. If there's something you like watching videos on, there's a fair chance I have a YouTube channel about it. I think Straw might have damage, chat. Here we go. Come on, then. Oh, Behrman! That was so close to being damaged. Well, this is the other thing as well, chat. And I know I've spoke about this as well.
Good job.
Yeah,
nice
I could get a
overtake.
job. This is why I branched out away from just exclusively being an F1 content creator. Like, I know I've talked about this many, many times before, but I mean, with F1 26 not happening, if F1 27 nosedives, that very easily could be game over for quite a few content creators. Hopefully, I'll be in a position by then where if push came to shove, and I had to rely more on iRacing content or live streaming different stuff, hopefully then I'll be, still able to do what I love doing. There are lots of jobs in social media and that kind of thing.
Faster than the car ahead. Keep this up.
I mean, if push came to shove and I had to go back, like, say for example, tomorrow, YouTube fell off the face of the earth, or like social media. Very, very odd scenario, I'm sure. But I left my old supermarket job on good terms. I'm sure if I needed to, I could go back. It's why you never leave a job, or try never to leave a job on bad terms, chat. Because you never know when that could still be useful again.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Yeah, I'd hope I'd still be able to diversify out and do different stuff. It's also my thing, of course, as well. I still love playing the F1 game, don't get me wrong. But I also don't only want to play the F1 game. I do enjoy doing, like, iRacing and NASCAR 25 and that kind of thing. Because ultimately, I just love driving different cars and racing different cars on games. That's always been what I've loved. Oh yeah, but if I needed a job desperately tomorrow, then I would make that sacrifice. It's why you try and save money and things like that. Right, come on then, let's try and get Lance Stroll. Looking on the mini-map, seems like Max has got the pace over everybody, but Ferrari and McLaren seem to still be pretty good. Oh no, that was optimistic. I kind of... How on earth have we both survived? We're still side by side. I don't know how we both made that, but okay. That was risky. Yeah, I love driving those Australian supercars on iRacing. They seem to be quite a popular one as well. But I will definitely be continuing doing that. I literally Lance Stroll. Yeah, we're not going to talk about Stroll at Red Bull. That's cursed enough as it is. Wait, is that Gasly up in like 8th? Tell you what, he cooks early on in the season, doesn't he? And the outside. There we go. Stroll can't handle that. And up into the points for the first time today, chat. Terrible qualifying yesterday, but we're making good today. Oh, there's over 100, like if you include ovals, like probably over 100, I would say, on iRacing. It depends whether you count like track variations and stuff as well. Stroll in Red Bull is upsetting for everybody. He's got more of a relationship with the wall than with his dad. I literally made a video with my dad a few months ago. I spoke to my dad earlier on today. Do I give off the vibe that I have daddy issues? Is that a thing? Or am I just going to be having a crisis now over this? There's a British touring car DLC for R Factor. But obviously Motorsport Games were meant to do a BTCC game. And then that completely fell apart. Oh, Stroll, not me. Oh, man. Yeah, that makes more sense. So we should be live tomorrow evening, NASCAR with Gary. And then Thursday evening will be NASCAR on iRacing from Talladega. That should be crazy. And then, keep your eyes peeled. I might have a stream up either Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Matt212's got a lot of plans this weekend. So I'm gonna have some free recreational time to play computer games. Because she's out Saturday and Sunday. So maybe I'll have to put up with even more Matt212. We'll wait and see. But whatever I do will end up being quite a casual stream.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
Alright, wonderful. Hopefully we've cleared Stroll for good. It's actually been quite a fun little battle with him though. But he is on the hard tyres, so I'm intrigued to see what his race strategy will look like later on. How is our tyre wear looking? Absolutely fine. So the one stop is definitely doable. We're pretty good on that. Tomorrow was going to be this career mode, and then Gary moved stuff around. And I did and ah about streaming this series earlier on in the day, but ultimately I've got too many other things that need doing. I've got to sort out quite a few other bits and pieces tomorrow. Turning the wheel is all the gym workout I need. I really enjoy streaming. Where it was something that I wanted to do for so long but couldn't, because I didn't have the internet. I really do enjoy doing streaming. It's really good fun to kind of chat with you guys. And obviously just kind of... I also feel like as well with streaming, I can do series that might not do as well as videos. And just kind of do them as a bit of fun. I feel like streaming viewers are often a bit more loyal than, say, video viewers might be. I think I'm up to near enough 750 hours on F125, which is kind of a lot, but I do basically play this game as a full-time job. So on the one hand, it's quite a lot. On the other hand, that's probably not that crazy when you think about it the other way around. And probably like 100 of those hours as well is recording replays. So I'm not actually playing the game at all. In fact, normally if I'm recording replays, I'm in a completely different room. Or like I'm editing a video or something like that. That was a little bit sketchy. This driver career mode started a few months ago now. I want to say like September, October time? So a little while. Albon is already out of the Grand Prix, hence why we're down to 19. He had an engine failure on just lap 3. Yeah, we're on a Ferrari strap today, I'm sure. I mean, sensibly then, after Colapinto and Gasly, McLaren, Mercedes we should be. Hopefully we'll be as quick as. I mean, Gasly's on soft, so that seems brave. We'll let them squabble back into turn 1. There's loads of things I'd love to see in the F1 26 DLC. I just don't think we'll see most of them. I think people are overhyping this DLC so much. I think it's going to be quite bare bones. I want to be wrong, but I don't think I will be. I think it's not quite going to be a reskin. They will do a bit more with it, but it's not going to be huge. Give us some classic content back. That's what I'd like to see. That'd be good fun. Right, can we get Colapinto then down to the hairpin? Let's try it. Oh, there you go. Nope, we're not going to make it happen. Kamua Kobayashi does it better than I do, chat. Whoa, hello. Get underneath him, use the power, and there we go. That should be a done deal. Oh, is that our first warning? I think so. Gotta be careful of the warnings. So, we still don't know exactly when the DLC's coming out. It might be the end of April. But honestly, we've got no idea. If it is the end of April, I need to hurry up and finish off some series. Because I've still got quite a lot of work that needs doing before then. Can we clear Gasly by T1? I don't think we will.
Really good job on
maybe.
Target, mate.
Keep draining the battery.
Within 1 second of the car ahead, get ready to use DRS.
Nope, that was all on me again. You kind of have to then attack the curb to avoid picking up damage. It's a very, very weird one. Or I could have just backed out, but, you know, where would be the fun in that? It's the second time I've done that, though, today. We've survived both of them, which is probably a miracle. More luck than skill. Yeah, normally the games come out at the end of May or the start of June, so end of April is very early. I mean, they used to come out in, like, September. Alright, we'll try it again then on Colapinto. Oh, I've still got DRS enabled. ERS even. Wonderful. But the bigger thing, of course, is when will F1 27 launch? That'll be where the hype's at. Oh, don't get another warning. Where am I going? Ah! What are you doing? I mean, to be fair, the way I've driven so far, I probably deserve that, but still. Oh, here we go. Stroll versus Colapinto. Hopefully I'll leave them to squabble behind us. We can just try and close in on Gasly once more. Oh, there we go. AI into the pits. Gasly in as well. So we might be able to gain some freebies then.
Okay, the Sauber driver's in the pits.
No, he's not. Oh, no. Oh, around the outside. Oh, not quite the grip there. Colapinto, whoa, hangs on to it. There's Hamilton on cold tyres. He's got to get some temperature into those. He's on softs again, though. So, yeah, the AI definitely two-stopping. Or a lot of them are. So we could still be in the fight right towards the very front by the end. I think Verstappen's looking like he's going to run away with this one, though. But, of course, effectively now, we are battling these guys. Where on earth am I going? I'm driving so badly right now. Oh, see, I don't mind the Daytona road course. Oh, we got another one. Someone else retiring now. I think we're good. I think they're alright. Daytona road course I don't mind. It's not my favourite track in the world, but it does depend on the car you're driving there. My teammate is Gabriel Bortoletto. But yeah, Suzuka on the F1 game is a really, really weird one. It's just because the curbs on these games are so funky. They kind of eliminate some of the unique challenge that Suzuka normally provides. That's a warning! Okay, right, I've got no more warnings, chat. As Antonelli peels in. We've basically got to do what I did in Spark CS over the weekend. And just try to now keep it clean. I have never watched an episode of Stranger Things. I could not tell you anything about it, except for it's got that lady that's like 20 and has loads of Botox already or something. Who kind of looks like she belongs in Wallace and Gromit. I don't know her name. I have not dropped out of the creator series. I literally did it on Saturday night. Oh, there we go. Big G's in for his second stop of the day, so tough afternoon for him, but we got Lando and Lance just behind us. So we've got to try and find a way around Colapinto pretty soon. I mean, you can see the way the Ferraris have bolted. Hamilton and Leclerc might still be a threat against Max this afternoon, chat. So we'll wait and see. Alton Park's a good fun track. Really, really good track. Right, come on then. Let's see if we can get a run on Colapinto. Through 130R. Oh, Max new fast lap of the day. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And we'll even have the DRS as well for good measure. He's just pit instantly. What is that? Why are they pitting now? I go to all that hard work to jump him, and then he just gets out of the way anyway. Right, I'm not convinced we're going to be able to hold up Lando Norris. He's in a much quicker car on 20 lap fresher tyres, but we'll wait and see. Maybe a well-timed safety car or a red flag can come to our aid. This is, I always think, as well as the thing with Suzuka, you don't get many good battles around here. And especially where there's only one DRS zone. You basically just wait for that a lot of the time. It's a little bit of a shame.
Battery charges
I'm not going to any F1 Grand Prix this year as of now, sadly. Again, I've got a mortgage, I've got a wedding to pay for. So that sadly is not at the top of my priority list, I'm afraid. Right, come on then, Lando. Have me. So I'll have the DRS. Gotta think smart. We're gonna probably box at about the end of 25.
That's us down a place.
25 laps on mediums, and then 28 laps on hards to the end. That should leave us in a pretty good spot. I'm surprised most of the AI two-stopping when it really doesn't need it. This isn't even a track where a one-stop is particularly tight. It's just the AI like to do dumb things. Right, goodbye Lando. Lovely seeing you. Have fun. What changes to the setup shall I do for Season 2 onwards? The AI do get better, so there's not really a lot you can do, particularly. But I would say sometimes you have to move the brake bias around a little bit. I would suggest maybe running a slightly more aero as well. But ultimately, yeah, as you go further into career mode, the AI do get slightly stronger again. They're better with a car with more upgrades on it around a lot of tracks. So I think the likes of Piastri Russell we could still be a threat to by the end. I don't recommend, we're not going to have the pace to win or anything like that, but I think we're going to be alright. We're definitely still in the fight for some good points. Hey, thank you for the primer minis as well. 4 months of bottling. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you're well. I quite enjoy driving Monaco. It's a shame the AI sucks so much as they do on F1 25. Otherwise, Monaco is quite an enjoyable track. I wonder if they... Does Monaco suck with the F2 cars, chat? Or are the AI much better? Does anybody know? That's my question of the day. Do they suck as badly as the F1 drivers do at Monaco? Or are they a bit better? Yeah, the AI is still terrible. That's a shame.
Okay, Nico. Lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need
the setup
consistency,
is
so
designed for
try and stabilise
races.
them.
All of my setups are designed for races. I don't understand the point in doing a time trial setup. Yeah, Russell might be too quick as well. I reckon maybe Piastri, probably Antonelli, they're going to be our fight towards the end. My favourite circuit on F1 is Spa. It's just a shame the AI suck there. And based on Credit Series last weekend, so do I. My favourite driver is Lewis Hamilton. And because Hamilton is at Ferrari at the moment, I'm forced to be a Ferrari fan. Oh, make sure I get that DRS, thank you. Especially if we're going to be going side by side anyway. Wonderful.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
To be fair, I want to say, had I not been ill, I would have been able to find half a second more in. Over the course of 44 laps, I feel like I would have found another half a second.
The car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
But yeah, I was surprised by just how quickly Ryan got away towards the end. I miss Alex Dunn. He's not disappeared. He's in F2 again this year. He's probably heavy favourite for F2 this year. Or do you mean the F2 career mode? Sorry. I would be surprised if Hajar is quicker than Verstappen. But the last time someone came in to Red Bull with some new regulations, going up against a four-time champion, who everybody said was in his prime, that four-time champion went and lost. That was when Ricciardo went up against Seb. Could happen, chat. Not saying it's likely, but it could happen. Well, the first couple of races this season of CS seem to be less chaotic. Give it time. I promise you, give it time. And you say less chaotic. Jeddah was still pretty chaotic. We still got a couple of safety cars. The only reason we didn't get a safety car last weekend was there was no Yori. Is Australian Supercars is back in Sydney Motorsport Park soon, aren't they? Is that the season opener? Or am I being stupid? I am wearing a McLaren t-shirt, that's correct. One of the most balanced tracks on F1? I would say... Oh, I don't know. That's a really good question, actually. Suzuka might be right up there. Feel like the AI are pretty good here, but you can, if you do well, you can string together a good race. Baku, I think. The weird one with Baku is you're probably slightly quicker than the AI, but they get slightly more battery, so it kind of balances out quite nicely. It's just a good, tough challenge. You should be still alright, Lucky Luciano. Especially depending on the tracks you pick. But it kind of depends on how well you were doing against 110 AI. Silverstone and the AI are OP. You can't do anything against them in some places.
Push hard on the in-lap.
Right, so we're going to pit this lap then, chat. We're going to go on hards and hopefully take them to the end. So effectively at the moment then, everybody's still got one more pit stop to make. We are running 6th. So my goal is to try and beat Piastri and Antonelli. Do one better than we did last season. Looks like Leclerc and Hamilton, though, are keeping Verstappen honest. So I think when we come back out, we'll probably be around the Alpine and the Aston Martin down at turn 1. But again, I've got to try to avoid getting pens. I think, especially with the fact we're getting a DLC for it as well, F125 is a decent game. It's just a few annoying things, like with career mode and stuff. But, like, the cars handle quite nicely for the most part, and everything like that. I would still make the argument that it's the best of the Grand Effect era games. But this or 23 are pretty close. It depends how much modding you want to do. Because F123 has a lot more modding capability.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
Right, into the pits then, chat. It's been a pretty decent first stint. We've recovered a lot of spots, got ourselves up to kind of where I was hoping we'd be fighting for. But I think it's going to be towards the end of the Grand Prix is where things get tough. Make sure I don't speed on pit lane entry.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
Right, come on. Good, clean, tidy pit stop, team. That would be nice.
Okay, off we
Wonderful.
go. Back into the race. Perfect job.
Hey, welcome
You
in,
ran the
Cryptic.
crew there,
Hope you're doing
mate.
well,
We're
buddy.
delighted with that.
There we go. So, we're going to clear doing an Alonso then. That's pretty good.
Look after these
Actually,
tyres
he
now. We want
says.
to finish the race on this compound.
Oh, yeah, we will. We will. A little bit of battery back into turn 1. But that's fine. Is that a battle you ever expected to see going on behind chat? Alonso and Jack doing? Not me. Right, so these next few laps then, we kind of just got to ease the hard tyre in. But see what we can do ready towards the end of the race. See what kind of position we're fighting for. Obviously, I'm hoping we undercut Piastri and Antonelli again. Basically, the goal is to try and build up enough of a gap over them that we can hold on to towards the end of the race. I think for the AI, the 1 and the 2 stop, there's not much in it. But for me, definitely with where we started, I definitely still feel the 1 stop was probably the way to go. Depending on if we get a safety car or a red flag or anything like that. Oh, that's scary. Don't bottle it. I will bottle it, I'm sure. I've got no more warnings before I get a penalty, so I'm sure that'll happen. Yeah, I would say if you're struggling in the development race as well against the AI, sometimes it's more fair to put your own R&D on increased and leave the AIs on standard. That can work quite well.
Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres.
Because it's often what I find on this game is that sometimes they can, yeah, out-develop you.
Seconds.
Otherwise, even if you're getting most of the R&D. Yeah, a bit of a shame Big G's not having a particularly good day of it. But that might have been down to our contact at T1. Are we going any quicker than Ocon and Colapinto? I hope so.
Tyre condition still looking good.
So I don't want to kind of fire these tyres up too aggressively, but we do definitely still have to push. Ooh, oh, hello, he says. Tried to go a race became without a penalty. I haven't had a track limits penalty yet so far in CS this season. I was genuinely really happy with myself at Spa last weekend. After I got 2 warnings on like lap 10 and lap 11. We then kept it clean right to the end. Ultimately it made no difference, but I was still proud of myself. Maybe this is the year I get no penalties in CS for an entire season. Not holding my breath. We seem to be a little bit quicker than the AI.
And gap to the car in front, 4.6 seconds.
You can't really Cryptic, it's incredibly broken. Either that or you just rev the nuts off the car. But there's no real kind of sensible way to do it. I don't know why it's a challenge in the series. It was quite funny though in CS at the weekend, of course, how many people ran out of fuel. Although I didn't realise as well, for example, I think Ben, maybe Karim did it as well, but if you go AI, obviously when you run out of fuel, it doesn't have an issue with it. So Ben, for example, ran out of fuel, ran AI for like the final third of the lap and got away with
Got a
it.
lot of spare energy.
Which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't feel like that should be allowed, personally. Because it basically means, obviously, you could go way under on fuel, hope for a couple of safety cars, and then if you're still slightly under at the end, just go AI. You should be fine. Like, the AI should be affected by low fuel as much as the human player would be, I think. But, again, that's just me. So it's one of those weird things, again, where you're like, how does EA mess that up in the game? I'm not saying, like, Ben shouldn't have done it. If CS allows it and stuff, you're kind of like, yeah, fair enough. But it seems like one of those things that shouldn't be a thing. It should never be a CS problem in the first place. So, I would expect AI probably going to pit sort of around lap 35, if I had to guess. So we've got a few more laps kind of on this undercut. But I will be intrigued to see whether we're any quicker than Piastri and Antonelli.
Okay, Nico. Right, we've got
They
some
seem to be
clear track
battling
in
now,
front
which
of
is
us, so
good.
let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Piastri's
gap
having
to
a pretty
the car
bad
ahead,
weekend.
3.5 seconds.
The Audi does not look anything like the R26. I need to download an updated mod. And I'm sure I will at some point. But I just quite like this mod at the moment. Plus, the Audi R26 doesn't look that good anyway. So, I'm quite happy to run this mod for a bit longer. Getting towards my nap time, chat. My afternoon nap coming up. This is... Oh, no. This is F125. Right, come on. Don't get a pen. Don't get a pen. Don't get a pen. Don't get a pen. Oh, of course. You literally take the chicane. You lose more time. How does that work?
Okay, this is Mark. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the
How
screens are going to
does
give you a
that
penalty.
work, chat?
Okay, nice
Shocking.
work. Really good job with that target, mate.
What else does the game want me to do there? I lost like 2 seconds from that as well. And I still got a pen. Ugh. Easy. Ever since someone told me that I drive quite nicely, I'm really going to disprove that. Do you think I'll ever win a CS Drivers' Championship? Unlikely. But maybe if like F127 goes well for me or something like that. If I kind of get the bug for competitive racing. I think what a lot of people either don't know or kind of forget is that I used to do a lot of competitive esports racing. Like, I was ranked in the top 50 in the world on Forza. I qualified for F1 esports once. I did dirt esports. I used to be like a real sweat in kind of the more competitive aspects of it. And it's just not fun. So I kind of like, any motivation to sweat and things like that left my body a long time ago.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead.
I would rather make content than try and be like a top-level esports driver. But let's be fair, weirdly as well, it seems like sim racing esports is kind of, like, in a really competitive market, kind of dying. I feel like there were a lot of tournaments not that long ago, and now there's not that many. Logie and Boothy, thank you for the follows. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Ugh. Do I watch Arrow? No, not really. You gotta remember, when you make videos on this game for a living, you don't tend to then sit down and watch other people's videos. Maybe that's just me. I watch videos about, like, similar stuff. Like, for example, I like watching James Early's stuff. But not like F125 as much. only supposed to use one foot. Yeah, that's not true. Me when I spread misinformation on the internet. Yeah, we're definitely still going quicker than Ocon and Colapinto. Not sure though we'll be ahead of Piastri. It'll be close. That 3-second penalty might be the difference for us. Although we need to try and do better than Mercedes because we need to beat them in the Constructors again. But like I said, Suzuka is a lethal track in this car. If I get to the end without any major incidents, I'll be fine. Brits call orange chicken Chinese. I don't even know what that is as such. Is it like a Chinese meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Toast with 67 bits. Thank you, buddy. I hope you're doing very well. Welcome on in. $53 laps is insane. A few months ago, did a... was it? It was a 160 lap race here at Suzuka, where I did about half of them on iRacing. And then that very same evening, Creator Series was also at Suzuka. So I did about 130 laps of this track in one day once. It was not my idea of fun. A 100% F1 race, though, is honestly nowadays not that much of a kind of thing for me anymore. This was one of the big things when I started streaming. I kind of, like, I wanted to be able to just jump into 100%. Like, it used to feel like a really, really long task. But I wanted it just to feel completely normal and natural. And I feel like I got to that point fairly quickly. Like, I can just jump in and do a 100% race. I mean, to be fair, like, for example, sweet and sour chicken balls, they're not... It's basically chicken nuggets here in the UK in a lot of places. Right, let's not forget, most of these guys have still got a pit again. So, we should be able to beat all of this little gaggle of cars in front of us. We still, at the very least, should end up best of the rest. It's just whether we can challenge Piastri and Antonelli. Max, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I mean, to be fair, I did quite a lot of streams where I do 2 Grand Prix back-to-back. Or, obviously, like, Shanghai, for example, that sprint weekend... That's obviously a Grand Prix and a third. Yeah, we don't need people just spamming those 2 numbers in chat. It's an annoying meme. I don't understand it. I'm too old. And I feel like most of my mods feel the same way. Right, is Ocon going to be a sitting duck? Don't think so. Maybe. Nah, we're not going to get to him. I've got to start playing it a bit easier. Although he's going to now slow us down quite badly. Oh, I suppose the AI normally aren't too bad through the S's. Although he is in a hat. Oh, it's that horrible thing of kind of... Suzuka's really odd. You always feel like you've got some tram lines around here that the car kind of sticks to a little bit through the S's. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, it's always a bit of a funky one. There's just nowhere really in a lot of places where you can look for a move. Oh, there we go. The hairpin is one of those places. We're wheel banging on the exit, but we should clear Ocon. There we go. Wonderful. Max as well with a primer. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Nose in. Wonderful. Oh, we're not going to get back in the range of Colapinto and Gasly, though, just yet. Oh, there we go. Some guys are starting to pit then. Russell and Norris, I believe, are in. So Russell's actually come out still right behind Antonelli. Hopefully we're going to see more guys pit. No, not yet. Sainz, the sole remaining Williams, is in. I'm not going to be under pressure from Ocon, am I? He's going to have me. How on earth has Esteban Ocon done that? I'm not letting it happen. Not sure how legitimately fair a move like that is, but we made it work. I don't want to sit behind Ocon through the S's again. It's because the AI haven't pit for the last time, and I have. I'm going to the end, so we will be back in the points. We're going to be net in a decent spot here for a Sauber, for an Audi. There will be a Williams RTG, I'm sure of it. It might be when the 26 DLC comes out, but I'm sure I will end up doing a Williams RTG at some point. Don't you fear. Hey, thank you very much, Max. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh, again, I should have tried to play the DRS game with Colapinto there. That's annoying, although we might pit anyway soon. Right, this should be moment of truth time then against Piastri and Antonelli. Are we going to be close enough to either of them? Or is that McLaren and that Mercedes just a bit too fast? Gasly's in. We are going to jump Antonelli. But whether we're going to be able... I don't think we're going to be able to pull away from him until the end. He's in a quicker car on fresher tyres. That's going to be a tall order. But you know what? We'll keep digging deep. Don't get on that curb. Don't get on that curb. I mean, if we can just maybe... I suppose actually Antonelli's been quicker than Oscar today, hasn't he? So I think it's still going to be a tall order to keep the gap ahead of them, but we'll try. We've got it over Oscar at the moment, but it might well be that we're just confined to a 7th place finish. For the 2nd year in a row. I do need to do a race around Madrid. I've never driven the track still. I've got no idea how good it'll be. Oh, don't get a warning. Although I suppose I can get a warning. I think Williams will have a... I reckon Williams could go with a bit of a retro livery this year. They're going back to like the old Williams engineering logo. How sick would it be if they had like a FW14B tribute or something like that? Right, there we go. Stroll's in. Colapinto's not, though, interestingly. So we need to try and clear him. You're going to get him before turn 1? Nope, he's just going to shoulder me out. Okay. He basically turned in too early and then just wiggled around. That's going to allow Antonelli to get a bit closer. Piastri's on mediums as well. So he's going to be quick. Yeah, we're going to come under some pressure still. Let's say, behind them there's a big old gap to Sainz. We should be safe from Sainz. Alright, come on then, Colapinto. Let's try and get him. Yeah, Stroll maybe on his villain arc. Ow, that was bad. I locked up the front so I had to roll off the brake to make sure Colapinto didn't turn in. That's annoying. Unless Colapinto doesn't pit this time, then he might hold up Antonelli for us, but... To be fair, Stroll actually, very first race for Red Bull, did out-qualify Verstappen in equal machinery, which was hilarious. Since then, though, hasn't really been much of a cause for concern for him. It's a shame we had that mechanical out in Australia, because those points could be really useful this season. But obviously last season we bagged quite a few victories, but also quite a few bad races. So I'm just trying to score more consistent points this campaign. That's the goal. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to beat Piastri or Antonelli. There's someone else still got a pit. Oh, look, Hamilton. No, I guess not. We might do one worse than we did last season, depending on if someone ends up with a mechanical failure. Drift Shadow, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do much against Antonelli and Piastri. We'll have to wait and see. We got a penalty because I accidentally locked up into the Casio triangle, lost time, and still got given a pen. It's a bit frustrating. We could always try and gamble and go like to a set of mediums in a few laps. Because, to be fair, Sainz is going to be like 10 seconds back. He could still be a threat. Yeah, I reckon we probably make a switch to a 2-stop fairly soon. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I need to know what the gap is to Sainz. Probably... yeah, about 8-9 seconds. Do you reckon I'll lose 6 seconds to him in 14 laps, half a second a lap? I reckon... whoa, no. Whoa, that could have been awful. That could have been game over. Nice and easy. Oh, has Big G been lapped? No. Yeah, Sainz could still be a threat by the end, so could Stroll.
2.3 seconds. 14.2 seconds. 17.
What are those numbers? What has Martin just told me? He's just saying random numbers. Can you guys hear that? He just went 2.3, 14.7, 17. It's like he's trying to do the lottery. They just mean nothing. They're just numbers. Yeah, Ricardo Adami simulator. We are chicken. We are chicken. What's he trying to do? A Swiss lottery? Oh, there you go. Yeah, Piastri's on a tear. Not a lot we're going to be able to do against him. I guess my only other hope is that I can maybe keep up with these guys. I think Piastri's going to go. There's no point just trying to defend, but... I have Fanatec CSL Elite V3s. They're decent pedals. Right, can we stick with Oscar? So we got 7 seconds to Sainz, which effectively is only a 4-second gap. And 12 laps, or 13 laps to try and hang on to it. That might genuinely be quite difficult towards the end. Unless I can hang in the range of Piastri. Because Sainz won't be quicker than Oscar. My full rig is about £3,000. Ugh. Oh, that's a stupid warning. If we get a second pen, then it's game over. I think that's my first warning, though, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, maybe, just maybe, Piastri could drag us away from Antonelli. That would be incredibly useful. Maybe 7th place isn't... the dream isn't dead yet. Whoa. I just got to make sure I'm close to Oscar by the time I get down to T1. Or closer. Although again, Oscar, his mediums, they won't hit the cliff or anything, but they might not feel too great towards the end of the race. They didn't feel bad though through the end of stint 1, so we'll wait and see. I say if we can just push on though, stay in his range, that will be huge. There are definitely some places around here where we're still pretty quick. Like, through the exit and the hairpin, generally we gain quite a lot of time. Until I do that. Come on, it's about sensible battery usage. To be fair, yeah, Antonelli's dropping back in towards Sykes' clutches. I know there's still a fair old way to go still. I say back some of the other Brits. On Ollie Behrman, I'm excited to kind of see how he gets on. George Russell. Lando to a lesser degree. I like Oscar. Hajar is always quite funny. Join the dark side. I can never see myself being a Max Verstappen fan, in all honesty. I'm sorry, chat. I said it. Whoa. Oh, there you go. Stroll now. He's on softs to the end. That seems quite brave. I wonder if I... when, probably, rather than if I lose the DRS to Piastri. Whether I'll be able to keep the gap to Antonelli. I assume Stroll's tyres are going to fall off by the end. Easy. I just got to keep using battery in all the right places, don't I? But I will be very, very happy if we can somehow clutch this one back up. It's just about getting a good run out of Spoon, isn't it? I'm doing alright, thanks, Toast. Keeping out of trouble. Last 2-2 and I trying to sort out stuff for our wedding, which is quite good fun. So we're getting there. How are you, sir? Oh yeah, Stroll is cooking, chat. Antonelli could be under pressure by the end. Yeah, I don't believe there's going to be a wedding stream, chat. Although I should probably say to the last 2-2, I'm like, let's be honest, I've got 10,000 followers now on Twitch. Do you understand how big a deal that is? I mean, 10,000 followers on Twitch, chat, that's got to be, what? Top 50 streamers in the world? There can't be many people with more than 10,000 followers, surely. That is sarcasm. Before anybody thinks I'm being serious. Yeah, that number 17 at the bottom of the screen is very useful. It's keeping me motivated. Now, I'm 25 years old. I'm an old man. Yeah, there we go. We got the gap back up to Antonelli now. Maybe there is a chance. So anyway, we're staying in the DRS range of Oscar. I mean, we're still having to push to try and do it, but I'm not, like, barely hanging on by my fingernails. I am old. Only one car's DNF still in this race, and that's starting to make me a little bit nervous. It was only Alexander Albon very, very early on in the day. Fair play to Russell, though. That Mercedes is not that great in this game. And he's done pretty well to kind of keep up with Max, Lando, and the Ferraris. Again, it is all down to battery management. We've just got to keep using the ERS in all the right spots. I mean, let's be fair, Piastri's tyres began to fall off. I don't believe I could get away from him, but it would be quite fun. He seems to be struggling a little bit, now I say that. Yeah, the gap to Stroll seems to have leveled out. I think the AI are beginning to struggle once again. Alfie, sorry I missed the follow, buddy. And Tar Heel Tuna, thank you for the follow. I hope you're well. Yeah, we got a Lyco and K1 is available. We need more Lyco. If you're old at 25, what does that make me at 30? Young at heart, Shawnee. I'm sure. I've got to overtake Piastri now, according to the team. Do they not understand the assignment? A little bit disappointed for Antonelli. He's been having a really good race, but every single time he's pit, he seems to have just dropped more. Kind of the cars he was battling against. Maybe there is a chance against Oscar, though, if I could time it well. Yeah, who's going to be first to use Mon? Jensen was the first driver to press the DRS button. That's a lot of middle names. Come on, we've only got a few more laps to go. Don't lose my marbles now. Yeah, Mark literally won 17 million quid and just instantly left. He's given me £17 to see me through. Whoa. I don't do any go-karting, sadly. I've done go-karting a handful of times in my life, but not very often. I just never had the money for that kind of thing as a kid, my family. Although, chat, if the rumours are true, Prima might be going bankrupt. So I don't know if we all want to chip in and try and buy Prima. That could be quite good fun. I feel like that would make for quite a good YouTube series. Yeah, P17 might be what position Big G is in, actually. I think he's ahead of both V-carbs, and that's it. Oh, don't hit that curb. Lewis is going to win the title this year. Is it £6.70 toast? And are you going to get timed out for saying it? Maybe what I do, chat, is I try and charge up the pack, get a run on Oscar, and see if we can get away from him. I think it's still unlikely, but we'll try and help. £2.12. That would be useful. Come on, Oscar. Oscar must have heard what I said, chat. He's now starting to try and get away again. My favourite F1 track is definitely Spa. My favourite general race circuit is got to be the Nürburgring, though. Nordschleife. Best track in the world. And chat, Matt212 Retro, maybe, just maybe, is going to get some Ring That Thing. Maybe. You cannot plug in a Fanatec wheel to a Thrustmaster base. So I can recommend some Fanatec bundles depending on your budget, but you can't just plug a Fanatec wheel into a Thrustmaster base. Yeah, Monaco, to be fair, I do enjoy driving on. I think, I'm not going to be here like, oh yeah, Hamilton might win the title next year. It will be interesting, though, to see how he stacks up against Leclerc. That's going to be the much more interesting thing. Will he be a lot closer to Leclerc like this year? Because let's be fair, chat, Leclerc's no slouch. Like, most people would dream to be as close to Leclerc as Hamilton was last year. But he's also Lewis Hamilton. And Ferrari can have two Leclercs. Two people of Leclerc's caliber if they wanted to. Let's be fair, Sainz might have not been as flashy as Leclerc, but he was pretty much just as good. I think Leclerc definitely had a higher ceiling, but Sainz was pretty consistent. Right, looks like Stroll's dropping back again. Sainz seems to have got back past him. Whoa, Oscar. My next NASCAR stream with Gary is tomorrow, hopefully. If Gary doesn't bail out again. So Gary just has a lot of random stuff that goes on. But we've also got to remember, chat, it's also, we live stream for him in like the middle of the day. I know that's when I started live today, but Gary also doesn't like to go to bed till like 4 AM his time, and then wake up at like 11:30. Oh, Stroll's not giving up against Sainz. They're helping Antonelli out in the process. 5 laps to go, though, of this race. Is it going to be possible to get around Piastri and try and get away? I'm trying to save up some battery where I can, but that's not easy. But yeah, tyres have held on pretty nicely today, I must admit. Gary's a good guy, we love Gary. He's actually been getting into a lot of LMU recently. Right, so I think what we try and do, chat, I use a load of battery, make sure I keep the DRS, try to get past Piastri into the Casio triangle, and then we run. Run like crazy in these final few laps. Or I make a mistake there and ruin the whole plan. One or the other. And maybe don't even keep in the DRS in the first place. Come on. It was a good job I charged up the pack as much as I did. That was terrible. Right, we might try that again next lap. You and Gary, future iRacing Hall of Famers. I doubt that. I support the mighty Forest Green Rovers, simply for the fact I don't really care that much about football and they're my local club. And I get asked that question a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, Toast. I've got him still set to as, like, one of the lowest I can. Alright, come on then. Let's try and be a little bit closer to Oscar this time. I mean, Russell has still been pulling away from us towards the end. Russell has just genuinely been fast today. Right, let's go. Let's see if we can get Oscar. See if we can get away from him. It's going to be a tall order. He's just got so much speed down this back straight. I need to be way closer on the way in, don't I? Unless I can clear him down at turn 1. But even that, I think, is going to be unlikely. That McLaren's just got such good drive. Ooh. Yeah, we're not going to get there. That doesn't seem optimal, Dart. Yeah, but you just keep losing loads out of spoon. So it's not a very good corner for this Audi. Understeer. It's like the 2014 Ferrari. Understeer and oversteer, this thing. All the time. It's doing one or the other. It's either steering too much or not steering enough. Well, that's definitely the closest we've been out of the hairpin in a while. Come on! See if we can get a run this time. He's just so good out of there, isn't he? That's ridiculous. Every time he can just power down off the corner. Yeah, time management today has been pretty good. Right, we'll claim DRS. Proper Casio triangle send.
Mate, you made that look easy.
Wonderful.
Nice work. That's why I love working with you.
Right, is there any chance, chat, that I get away from him? That's the real question. My guess is no. But we'll try. See if I can build up that 3-second gap. To be fair, Russell's caught up Hamilton. I think, yeah, the McLaren ultimately is just going to be too quick. Especially on fresher, softer tyres. Like, unless Oscar somehow makes a mistake. Don't think there's going to be a lot we can do. Oh, unless... Oh, they just save that V-carb. That V-carb, if it had fallen in a better spot, could potentially still make a difference. We'll wait and see. Maybe that V-carb holds him up a little bit. We've got over a second immediately, to be fair. This might not be impossible. Not going to be easy, but it might not be completely impossible. We'll just have to try and get a good run out of here so he doesn't get back in the DRS. He's struggling. Oscar Piastri is struggling to match this. I've used all my battery, though.
26.8 seconds.
There you go, that's the gap to the guys in front. So I need basically another 1.5 seconds on this final lap. I also need that V-carb to screw him over. One more lap to go then of the Japanese Grand Prix. And despite the penalty, we are still fighting on right towards the end. Maybe, just maybe, we can get the gap over Oscar Piastri. Although I say that, because I use so much battery, it's back down under a second by the time I get down into turn 1.
The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
Take a bit of risk over those curbs, but don't be too extreme with it. Come on, let's try and catch up to that V-carb. Maybe I can jump him and they can trip Oscar over. We'll wait and see. Max Verstappen, though, a dominant drive here from Japan. Took the lead off the start, and I basically don't think he ever looked back, did he? Throughout the rest of proceedings. So, another victory for the Dutchman then, in what has been a very, very successful start to his campaign. Obviously a 5-time Formula 1 World Champion, looking to try and make it 6 in a row. But as we get the power down out of the hairpin once more, are we going to be close enough to Hagel? Don't know. We're definitely getting a little slipstream off him, but don't know if that's going to make the difference. Come on, give me a toe. Give me a toe. Give me a toe. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have the gap, though, over Oscar, annoyingly. Come on. Use the slipstream. Move. Oh, that seems like the perfect place to get out of the way, doesn't it? Park it in the middle of 130R. Well, annoying penalty in the end. We tried to build the gap up over Oscar, but for the 2nd year in a row, it is going to be P7 here at Suzuka. Honestly, we'll take it.
Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Yeah, Max won last season in this series, so he's a 5-time champion currently. He absolutely dominated last campaign. He was just consistent more than anything else.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
Cool dog, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it.
Potentially something special, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
Yeah, we're only doing the one race today, chat, sadly. So you might still be able to hear by my voice, but I'm still not 100%, and I've got a bit of other work I need to do as well. So only the Japanese Grand Prix today. But that was good
From
fun.
lights out to the checkered flag, each and every driver has this moment in the back of their mind. Now it's time for this.
Yeah, that was a good fun one to get back into though, chat. And again, we hit 10,000 followers, so thank you to all of you guys.
Your number one, Max Verstappen.
Say, hopefully, we'll kind of get back fully into the swing of things next week again. But yeah, really, really happy with that. A good solid race, some good points. We'll take a look at the championship. But yeah, you guys are just awesome. So I will look into trying to do some double races again pretty soon. I mean, when we only have to do one qualifying session, it takes us a little over 2 hours. So there's definitely scope to be able to try and get 2 streams in again. 2 races, sorry, in a stream,
After
even, I
an
should
event
say.
like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Well, there we are then. Max Verstappen, a dominant drive to race victory there. 17 seconds clear of Lando Norris. Come the finish, Charles Leclerc ahead of Lewis Hamilton, Russell ahead of Piastri. We did end up hanging on ahead of Andrea Kimi Antonelli with Stroll and Sainz all inside your top 10. Cars that got lapped though, Behrman, Doohan, Bortoletto, Lawson, Hadjar and only Alexander Albon failed to see the checkered flag. What does that do to our World Championship? Well, it means the Dutchman now has a 16-point lead over Lando Norris. Hamilton still third ahead of Leclerc, who leapfrogs his way up into fourth. Russell now 2 points ahead of us, but we are still ahead of Oscar Piastri early on as well. Albon ahead of Stroll, Antonelli ahead of Alonso, with Hadjar, Gasly and Bortoletto all still with points on the board, as well as Sainz now. So it just means both Haas, Colapinto, Doohan and Lawson yet to score a point. Constructors-wise, Red Bull now 4 ahead of both McLaren and Ferrari. Mercedes obviously getting both cars inside the top 10. I mean, they extend that gap over us to 9 points, as we have got an 11-point buffer ahead of Williams. Aston Martin still ahead of VCARB, Alpine, and of course, yeah, Haas, the only team yet to score. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, there we go, chat. Wonderful. Wonderful. What do you mean, what do I mean? Yeah, so obviously Max won 4 championships IRL. Then obviously season 1 of this series was 2025. Obviously now effectively we're in 2026. Freezy and Ricky, thank you for the follows as well. I appreciate it. We'll have a quick look, see if there's any other bits and pieces, chat. But yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night with NASCAR. Thank you, Smurf. Say, without all of your mods, without you guys, the mods' help, it would certainly not be possible. Keeping me on the straight and narrow. Oh, we got a secret meeting, chat. Who's that with? Do I have a look? We got another failed upgrade, annoyingly. Why do the team keep failing so many of them? Right, we'll get that going. I believe I can do an aero one as well. Nope. Oh, that's annoying. Should we have a look who our secret meeting is with quickly? I'll have a look. Ooh, interesting. One German team to another, potentially, for Hulk. That'd be quite funny. We'll continue talks. We'll see what Mercedes want to offer us. That one could be good fun. Oh, thank you for the bits as well, Doc.
Socials and asking around, and
Yeah,
I'm delighted
adding
to
to the
say
madness
the
in
team were
Daytona
none the
was good.
wiser about us chatting with anyone else, and the meeting went well too. I know,
Wonderful.
I know. I'm
Wonderful. Right then, chat.
welcome.
Like I said, if you're on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully we're going to be live again. Obviously, maybe not with F1 before Creator Series on Saturday, but hopefully I will see you there. And I'll make sure I find someone to quickly raid over on Twitch as well. But yeah, thank you. I'll end those so make sure I don't forget. In terms of Twitch then, chat, who's live? Let's have a look. Where's Twitch? How do I forget what the alphabet is? Pondon's doing some lives. Might raid him. Yeah, we'll raid Pondon. He seems to be the only guy live at the moment. So we'll chuck him some love. So yeah, make sure you send Pondon some love, chat. He's a good guy. He does a lot of great, kind of more IRL-based F1 content. But yeah, stay safe, stay out of trouble. Don't do anything stupid. Hopefully I'll see you guys back maybe tomorrow night with some NASCAR co-op as well. And yeah, once again, thank you all for 10,000